Welcome back to another market closing live stream. Okay, folks, look, I don't want to sound like Mr. Grouchy Grouch here, but this is insane. We've been planning and talking about this end of the year stock market rally, but some of the things that we're seeing in the stock market right now are insane. It is a lot of pure euphoria and FOMO and SOMO. That this is not a healthy kind of run up anymore. It's becoming less and less healthy as the day goes on. Want to remind everyone one of the things that we regularly learn in stocks and psychology of money, which is the last thing most people learn. You're going to hear it for free in just a second. When it comes to stocks, is when stocks go up, they get riskier. They have further to fall. This is why you say what goes up must come down. You create you have the higher you go, the more kinetic energy, or I'm sorry, the more potential energy you build up to fall. It's literally like what you learn in middle school science class, right? You go up the roller coaster, the higher you go on the roller coaster, the greater your potential energy is for a fall, because the potential energy is the distance between where you're at zero energy, presumably the floor, and the top of the roller coaster, right? And then as soon as you hit that sort of crest and you start falling, then that's your kinetic energy that's bringing you down. And so your risk is much, much higher investing in some of these companies at some of these valuations. And don't get me wrong, like I love Etsy, but $300 basically, dude. Come on, man. We were just buying this for 150, and this isn't like some small like altcoin, that just doubles in a month. This is Etsy, okay? Like I don't know. It's great. It gives you like the feel goods, and it makes it feel great because anything you touch, it's so much easier to turn it to gold. But boy, oh boy, it is kind of turning into a little bit of one of those markets where you're like, oh, okay, well, the more this goes on, the more of a dip I better be prepared for. So, uh, you know, while I have not started going to cash, there is part of me that every day gets more and more motivated to potentially basically go to cash. And not completely, right? I mean, I'd be talking about, maybe a little bit like new money that you're getting paid right now. You get paid on Friday, let's say, 3 days, 4 days. Would I be super anxious about jumping into the market right now for fear of missing out? God, no. No, 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 no. Would I, you know, and it's always this way too. It's like everybody's always like, Kevin, what should I buy right now? If you have money to buy right now, and I didn't care if it went down a little bit. People always say that. Like they're like, well, I don't care if it goes down a little bit. What would you buy right now? And it's like, you're gonna care because you're gonna be the person panic selling when it all falls. And then you're going to be the person in the comments going, don't catch a falling knife, because somebody else is buying the dip while stock prices are going down. So is there any sense at all for Lucid going up 22% when they refuse to tell us how many cars they delivered this year so far? No, of course not. You know what it is? You know what's happened? Is the momentum that has been placed on Tesla in the last few weeks has now, in my opinion, been bestowed and transferred to Lucid and Rivian. People are trading Lucid and Rivian where they were previously Tesla traders, but it's become much riskier to trade Tesla because Elon Musk is a loose cannon, and I love him as a loose cannon, don't get me wrong. But Elon Musk is a loose cannon, and you have much more risk trading Tesla right now because at any moment Elon goes woof, 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 and the stock drops 4%. That's risky. So you're better off if you're a trader being in something like that's clearly got pure momentum right now, which is Rivian 175. I mean, this is dumb. This is like completely moronic. The valuation makes zero sense at all. And people try to compare Rivian's valuation or Lucid's valuation to Tesla. And it's even more moronic because you're comparing a company with no proven demand or virtually no proven demand to a company like Tesla with proven demand and proven manufacturing. The other companies have neither of those things, nor do they have self-driving, a charging network, over-the-air update system that works, a service network that works. It's nutty. This does not make sense. It does not make sense at all. Uh, you know, Canoe, 23%, the company that's basically ready to go bankrupt, and all they do is, hey guys, we think we might be able to get our first cars out in 2022 instead of 2023. They make that announcement right in the middle of a euphoric EV cycle. Company-wise, freaking brilliant. When Rivian decided to go public, brilliant. Absolutely freaking brilliant. Rivian was timed. The Canoe announcement, these things are timed. Probably less for Lucid. I think some of their things are. This would have, the things that are happening now would have happened now, but not necessarily in association with the stock price. But anyway, some of these things are great, but there are a lot of things that make me question how much of this sideline money people have is just all of a sudden flowing into stocks because they're going up. It's like, oh well, because stocks are going up, I'm going to buy stock. No. It's a terrible idea. Now, I'm also not a big fan of going in and like trying to short the market. This is the kind of time where I like to just sit and I watch. When I could take some profits on some things that I don't really like, I do it. Especially sold puts, option contracts. I like to take profits on those. Other sort of preparatory moves. Again, whether that's reducing margin or whatever. So that way, when and if there is some form of a correction again, because there always will be after some form of a cycle like this, then you're prepared again. And don't kid yourself, like prices will come back down. And so, the question is, okay, like how far are we going to run before we come back down, right? But honestly, would I rather, I want to ask you this question here. Okay. And would you rather, let's find it here. Where's Etsy? Here we go. Okay. Would you rather buy Etsy at right here at all-time crazy highs right here at 290? Or would you rather do nothing, watch the stock go to 330 and then fall to, let's say, 300 and then start rotating up again? So it's actually $10 more expensive than where you could have had it now, just as an example, right? But you went through a cycle of euphoria, you found a support, and then you bounced off of that support. We have no support here right now. See, I would rather pay a little bit more, but be investing in a moment of support, not in a time of euphoria. There's no support here. There's nothing. I mean, you could play Fibonacci all day long, but for stocks that generally aren't trader stocks, I don't know how much confidence I would have on that. Fibonacci works well if you're trading in something that is heavily traded, for sure. But otherwise, you've got pure risk. So I am very, very skeptical of a lot of these valuations. So I do also though look at things that are down, and I'm always looking for deals, especially when they're down. And I have to say, like, am I gonna buy Beachbody after I just made a video tearing into the problems that I associate with Peloton? Keep in mind, Peloton is up 14% today, which is why I made the video. Peloton's up 14%, and people are asking me, oh my gosh, is it time to buy Peloton again? Well, if you want to buy Peloton, watch my video on some very real issues with Peloton. So watch that, and then you can decide, is it worth it to hold on to Peloton with those risk factors? Beachbody has a lot of the similar issues, but is almost at this point trying to look like value. But then a lot of folks are wondering, has it become a value trap stock? Now, I don't know, because I haven't done the fundamentals like I just did on Peloton. But I was going to write Beachbody to look at the market cap, and I wrote body trap. But anyway, there are a lot of questions that, like, is this potentially a value trap? Is this a company that appears like maybe it has value, or it should have value because it once was at $10 or something like that, and therefore it somehow should have value, but it doesn't now, or it's lost a lot of that value. Is this a company that's worth buying the dip on? Wow, well, look at Bitcoin, by the way, down under 60,000. We're at 59.5. It's quite possible that BTC, and I mentioned this in my crypto video this morning, could drop back down to 54.3 or something like this. We'll see what ends up happening, but anyway, so yeah, so the same kind of escape of euphoria that you're seeing in crypto to some degree right now, a lot of that trading energy, in my opinion, has moved quickly over to some euphoric stocks, particularly the EV sector. I do not think there is anything remotely close that Rivian or Lucid could say or do right now to help convince me that these valuations are worth it at these levels. No. Like, these valuations would be like, oh, the company's, operating at 20% margin and delivering thousands of cars a month. We are very far from that. We are a lot of headaches away from that. And we are a lot of potential negative catalysts away from that, and bad news. So, whatever. And don't get me wrong, like I look at like companies I own. I mean, I'm now over $2 million in Matterport. I probably over $2 million in Etsy too. And that's great. But let's see here. I'm gonna try to pull it. Oh, there it is. Okay. But anyway, and it's wonderful because you like it when the things you invest in go up and you make money. Unlike, of course, smaller positions that I've had, like Shift and Hippo, which have been disastrous, but they're tiny positions relative to other positions. That thing's so annoying. But so don't get me wrong, like I like it when things are going up. But if anything, I feel like Shift and Hippo in an environment like this, as much as I have my qualms about them, I feel like they are riskless, or less risky, I should say, compared to some of the madness that we're seeing elsewhere right now. Okay, we'll wait for that to load. I don't know, the iPhone's being a little slow today. Anyway, so, but yeah, and same thing with Matterport. Like, wow. I mean, like, I love that it's knocking on the door of 30. It's really cool. Look at that. It hit 29.90. You gotta be kidding me, man. Again, that's exciting. If you're making money like crazy right now, highly encourage you take a tiny little bit of all that money you're making and invest in your own education. Use the Black Friday coupon code down below. Now's the time to do it. And invest a little bit in your own education. And it's actually a little investment for a lot of education. And I think it'll help you substantially. But wow. Okay, so let me see here. Etsy. Etsy. Thought I had more Etsy. Let's see. If I go to 288 on Etsy, oopsies. There we go. Hold on. Let me do this. 288. That puts me at 1.866 for Etsy. That's pretty good. And then Matterport. What are we at now? 28 or something like that? 20. What is Matterport right now? MTTR. 2866. 28. Okay, let's try here. 28.66. That puts me at. Okay, I gotta update that because I'm pretty sure I'm much closer to 2 mil on that one. Whatever. Yeah, because I'm just looking at my Webull here really quick. I'm not trying to look at like gains or anything. I'm just looking at overall position. 1.94. There it is. Okay, so I'll have to adjust that. I'll do that a little later. But anyway, crazy. I did not think that I would be in a position with some of these stocks, certainly so quickly. But yeah, it's nutty. And look at this. Tesla is now apparently running into the close. Yeah, look at this. Like, they don't even care about that bullcrap Tesla or JP Morgan lawsuit, which I covered this morning, the JP Morgan lawsuit. I didn't make an individual video on it, though I've seen some other people attempt to cover it. And it's not good coverage. And I'm not trying to diss other people. The lawsuit is very complicated. I have a copy of the lawsuit. I've been through the lawsuit. It is a very complicated lawsuit. But I might make a video explaining it properly because the explanations out there about the Tesla lawsuit are abysmal. And I think if you have a very good explanation of what the lawsuit is, you'll see who's really a scumbag, J.P. Morgan or Tesla. You'll see. So okay, let's see here. Oh, were there some tweets recently? Oh, let's see. Let's see. I want to take a look. Twitter. Oh, this is tax rate stuff. Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool that he responded. Yeah. Yep. This is it's very easy to forget how high taxes are. Although I don't know if he would be subject to that Elon would be subject to California taxes. So I this would be a thread to look at a little later. But anyway, yeah, you live in California, you kind of get reamed. Okay, we'll come back to that. So I thought that might be regarding the JP Morgan lawsuit, but I kind of doubt that Elon would tweet about that. So anyway. Okay, so let's see here. Let's look at the downside again, because during these euphoric times, it's always good to remind ourselves that things can go down. Like Beachbody, Desktop Metal, Riot Blockchain, Backed. Hey, look, Backed's almost back at $10. Oh, look at the pure momentum. Pure freaking momentum. Holy moly smokas. Look at this. This is insane. $50.80 is what Backed ran to, and it's now $19.20. It's incredible. All right, what else do we have? Okay, so we've got Green Ridge, 10.21%, Clove, 8.53%. Ethereum's going to break under 3,000 here. I mean, I haven't been drawing a lot of TA here at these higher numbers. I'm sure I could. In fact, that looks like a pretty natural one right here on that 45 place. Slight increasing trend there. But the next one I have is really at 4,000, which makes sense. That's a psychological threshold. Then we get down to 3764 is another relatively strong support line that I have. Wow, 186. Oh my gosh. Wow, wee wah. And 59,500 on the BTC. Ooh. Nice. Some crypto pain. SoFi, a 5.41%. Not enough for me to buy a dip on SoFi. Give us a little more. But, really, crypto starting to sell off more could be a front-running or leading indicator of potentially maybe sometimes people say a correction in the broader stock market. Look at Robinhood today, though, folks. How does Robinhood get down to $32.88? Wow. That's incredible. Okay, what is this? I have 120 shares of Lucid and up about 160%. Your thoughts on selling and taking profits when it dips again? Buy. Plan on keeping Lucid and Neo long term. Yeah. I mean, I can't give you advice. I don't give financial advice. Personally, when I ask myself this about like my Matterport, right? Like, why am I not selling Matterport? It's at these like euphoric, crazy levels. Why am I not selling this? Well, I'm not selling it because A, I'm paying enough in taxes, and B, I don't need to pay off margin. It's C, I don't want to just put my money into cash. So even though I think the market is wildly overvalued right now, I don't want to throw my money into cash because I do think we're in a euphoric stock market cycle, and we have the closing bell already.
The bell goes, the dollar's also up by 0.6%. We are up 0.4% on the S&P 500, but not quite at record closing territory, just a point or so away.
Woo! Look at that. Dow Jones up 0.16, S&P up 0.39, NASDAQ 0.76, and Russell 0.17. Wow. Yeah, but I mean, look, if it depends on what my position was in Lucid. My how diversified was I? If this was like my entire portfolio, would I take some money and diversify into something else? Probably. Probably. But you know, it very much depends on your own personal situation. That's why it's impossible to give financial advice online unless you know your situation more detailed. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I just and you can't bet against the stocks right now either because the market is so euphoric. You're just gonna get destroyed. It's the thing. Ugh. But anyway, okay, yeah. So Hood, wow, gosh, it went down to 32.88. It's insane, and I don't understand. Like the Redfin bleed just continues. It's pretty remarkable. The bleed continues. It's falling out of its channel. Oh yeah, let's see that over here. Oh, we do have earnings today, by the way. Let's pull this up here. Earnings. Oh, the tattooed chef reports today. Remember, we're looking for, I think it was, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, I think we were looking for like 64 million in revenue. We'll pull up their estimate really quick. All right, get logged in here. Tattooed chef. Yeah, that'll be funny. I mean, look, I hope it does well. Wow, it went down to 1541 today. Oh, but anyway, yeah, this is another one of the unfortunately potential value traps at the moment, where people see this as you know, something that has very, very large potential. And look, I agree to some extent with the vision. I used to like it a lot. And I'm excited to see the filings when they come out. I wish the best for them. I hope they get their margin up. It's a very low margin business. The food business sucks. I think their advertising is not very good. So I'm nervous that their advertising expense is going to explode and then they're going to try to blame Apple for potentially lower conversions because that's what everyone's doing. I mean, that's what Peloton just tried to pull off. Peloton, oh my gosh, you don't even want to know what's happening with the advertising expense. You watch my Peloton video and you'll see. But I'm very sensitive to companies that are having to advertise more to get less business. I think that's a red flag. And so hopefully they've turned that around. They've just started their advertising campaign. So hopefully they've been able to turn that around in this last quarter. But if Beyond Meat is any kind of predictor, the answer to that is a big fat no. So we are expecting 63.95 in rev. We're expecting an adjusted EPS of negative 5 cents, 5.5 cents, and a net of a loss of 4.35 million. We'll see what happens. So news. Okay. So we'll see. Let's see who else is reporting today. Okay. Tattoo chef. Okie earnings. All right. Give me 1 second here. Let's get the calendar up. The calendar. Okay. Today is Tuesday. Oh, it comes in with a miss. Wait, did they already reported this? They reported this before. What is this? Q3 revenue 58.8 million. And the estimates were 64. What? They reported this like an hour ago. They said so first they say they're going to report earnings last week. Then they're like, no, we're going to report earnings after the close on the 16th. Now they just decide to release the earnings before the market closes. What the hell? Tattoo Chef says it has determined that it is unable, without reasonable effort or expense, to file its quarterly report Form 10Q for the fiscal quarter ended September 30th by the prescribed due date. Okay. The internal review is still ongoing, and until it's complete, the company will be unable to provide complete financial results for the quarter ending September 30th. By the 15th. The company is working diligently to complete on or before November 22nd. They're still not done? In the same filing, the company said that revenue for the 3 months ended increased to 58.8 mil, a net loss for the 3 months of 5 million. The net loss ended September 30th, increased approximately 5 million to 8.2 million. Oh gosh. Oh, those are both bad. I mean, so we kind of got a little tease. We got a tease that revenue missed by 8% or something like that. And their net came in almost twice as bad as expected. We were expecting 4.35 to the negative in terms of net. And they came in with negative 8.2 million. Are you serious? Okay, that was as of an hour ago. Wait, what's this? Oh, now we have a letter. Here comes a letter. What is this? This was just released a minute ago. Tattooed Chef. We're pleased with our third quarter results. Revenue was 58.8. Okay. Net loss was 8.2 mil. Jeez, that's not good. Yeah, third quarter operating expenses increased. Okay, show me. They have cash and equivalents of 129 million. Okay, that's good. I mean, if they just lost 8 mil, they're going to have to raise money over the next year at some point. But still, and they probably will sooner rather than later, because if the stock price continues to decline, they may as well do that sooner rather than later. But anyway, okay, revenue, let me see here. I'm looking really quickly here. Oh, the stock's falling here, 3.8%. Quickly taking a look here at advertising. Balance sheet, I want, not consolidated. Balance sheet, I want to see the income statement. Where is it? I don't know where it is. I can't find it. I can't find the income statement. What is going on? Maybe this is why they're not done yet. So they just list cost of goods and OPEX, but they don't actually have the stuff broken down. This is weird, man. This is a very weird company. Tattooed Chef Investor Relations. And I quickly want to look at, I just want to look at bonds before I forget. And then we'll see what other earnings there are. Bonds at 1.6, basically 4. Wow. Okay, so what is going on? SEC file. Can I actually see a filing here? Notification that Form 10Q will be filed late. So they're still filing the form late. But they did provide a news release here anyway. But they don't show me. Can I please get advertising? The word advertising is not mentioned once. Oh, come on, man. They're not breaking down their OPEX. They screwed up. They screwed up their OPEX. So they can't provide proper disclosure on it. Come on, Rachel. What's going on, Rachel? Investor Relations, Rachel. Are you the R in IR? Investor Relations, Rachel, IRR, internal return of negative. Sorry, that's mean. That's mean. Stock's recovering a little bit from that little 4% sell-off. I still think this is a disaster, but whatever. Okay, so what else is reporting today? Lazy Boy. That's it. Really? I do wonder how their sales are doing, though. Who still goes out and buys a Lazy Boy? Like, that was so like a 90s thing to do. Like, I'm going to buy a Lazy Boy recliner, everyone. I'm going to buy a recliner. It's going to be so good, my back's going to thank me. Whatever. Do they? I'm sure they have to make something other than just recliners. I don't know. I don't buy furniture. I think furniture is a horrible waste of money. Except IKEA. IKEA is great. And Target is great. Oh, here you go. Look, recliners, folks. Here are the recliners. You can have the Casey rocking recliner, the Collage rocking recliner, or the Morrison rocking recliner. And you can now customize it. And you get a limited lifetime warranty. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I love Lazy Boy so much. I want my animal to have a high-quality Lazy Boy pet bed, a stylish pet bed. because I don't know what else to do with my money. Stupid. So dumb. Yeah. I actually don't see their earnings yet. So what are they? Oh, well, that's not good. Just all of a sudden a big red bar with no news. It's like the investor relations person quickly selling their stock before hitting post. That would be wrong, but I'm sure it happens. Who's going to come down on the poor investor relations Rachel? Who's going to tell you about the negative IRR? Okay. Nicola, Arrival. Gosh, Arrival's been trading sideways, huh? Golly. But see, Arrival would actually be a very what? The 3.4 million in marketing. I didn't see marketing. Where did you see that? Hold on. I want to see where you may have seen that. Marketing. Ah, there we go. Okay, good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I searched for advertising. So you wrote the 3.4 million in marketing expenses reflects that the company's heavy investment in the Tattooed Chef brand in order to increase distribution. Yeah, I don't really care about the fancy way they word it. So the increase in operating expenses was primarily due to 3.4 million in marketing expenses. See, this is what I'm talking about, though. This is the problem. This is a problem. The problem is when you have to spend substantially more money in marketing to the point where now all of a sudden you're losing twice as much money as the market expected you to lose. And your revenue is potentially not substantially increasing to compensate for that, leading to their larger loss. So, I mean, look at this. What do we at? Gross profit was 10.1%. You don't have a lot of money to spend on marketing and really OpEx. And that's interesting. Their gross margin actually worsened. So revenue missed, net missed, gross margin missed, marketing was higher than expected, and their revenue was still lower than expected. That's a problem. It's a problem. I hope they can turn it around. But anyway, okay. So no, what are we doing? We don't have Lazy Boy out yet. Let's look back here at El Stockos. Okay. Let's see here. I remember you citing the ad budget going forward as your reason for bailing months ago. Well done. Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I do. This, I think it's just worth mentioning. Sometimes people are like, oh, Kevin flip-flops because like I'll buy a company, I make money, then I see something that changes and I change my mind. To me, that's not flip-flopping. That's being an investor. That's not being stupid. Just saying. Okay, let me look at Arrival here because I feel like it's been stuck at $13, but now Jolly, no, sorry, not Jolly. Jolly was nice. Both is chastising me for saying it's trading sideways. So let's see what happened here. Okay, you're right. It's when I say it's trading sideways, it's traded down substantially this year. It's been on a horrible downtrend. It tried picking up an uptrend starting in September and then crashed. I do wonder why. I mean, we could look at the Arrival investor relations. We could probably determine. I just emailed Tim Cook and asked if he would consider buying Peloton. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, okay. So, wait, you're saying that's trading? No. What I just described about fundamentals changing and then selling a stock, that's investing. Trading is charting. Oh, Lazy Boy's out. Lazy Boy beats. Oh my gosh, people are going nuts with spending. This is actually why I wanted to look at it, because it's a measure of how stupid the consumer is being right now. $576 million in sales versus $547 million expected. EPS coming in at 87 cents profit versus 75 expected. This is great. It's actually they raised their quarterly dividend to 16.5 cents. This is a beat on the top and the bottom. This is very good for Lazy Boy. I think it's very stupid. Like, I'd rather own the stock than the company, but that's okay. I don't have to. As long as I can be familiar with the product, I don't have to go buy the product. I don't have to use a firm to love a firm. And I'm talking about the company that's called a firm, not a firm. Like some random firm. A firm at 151 is another one that's kind of crazy to me. Although I would love to see the dip, because I think people are going to be stretched so thin this holiday season that they're going to spend more money than anybody has ever expected before. In fact, what's actually really interesting, and I love this. I got to write this down. This is brilliant thing that was said. The double buy. Okay. The double buy. This is where people start buying their holiday gifts before the holidays because they want to make sure supply is in stock. But then they get into the holidays and then they buy more anyway. This is brilliant. It was like some prior executive of Macy's who was saying this. And I'm like, that makes sense. You smart. And it's very stupid for the consumers, but that's okay. The consumers make lots of money for stocks. So Lazy Boy expects supply chain disruptions. See year operating margin at or near double digits. Well, good for them. I mean, I'm happy for their stock. And it's also very good for the consumer. I wonder if you could buy now, pay later on a Lazy Boy. Now, then folks, then we've arrived. A firm is a sin stock for me. I just can't. Well, I mean, it'd kind of be like credit card companies as well, right? I respect that. I do. I get what you're saying. Lazy Boy. So Disney parks would also be the perfect platform for beta testing various technologies on a public audience. That sounds communist. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. But yes, no, I know what you mean. I literally watched Kevin Stock and Finance video today where he says he's going to keep an eye on companies going rotten and ditches quickly. Yes, thanks. In times like these, why not buy companies like PayPal that have been beaten down? Sup, welcome to our live stream. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you're always welcome. Will you come please say hi to everyone? Okay. Look who came in.
Hello.
Which in that camera.
I have to pick up Jack.
Here you go.
All right, bye.
See ya. Make Lauren vlog again. So at times like these, why not buy companies like PayPal? I've considered that. I've seriously considered that. I really have. So anyway, somebody goes, I love sin stocks. It's yeah. All right, cool. So let's go here. Can we buy now, pay later on? I want the Morrison. Okay, the Morrison sounds expensive. The Morrison sounds expensive. So can we buy now, pay later this? Let's see. Oh my goodness. Add to cart $1,000. Oh my gosh. Look at these fabrics. They all look dated already. Okay. I'm going to add it to my cart. Continue shop. No, I don't want to continue shopping. I'm done. I'm done shopping. I just want to check out. And I don't want 5-year fabric protection. Although I'm kind of curious to know what that includes. Hold on a sec. What does it include? What's fabric protection? It doesn't say. Whatever. Pay with Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. What's this? Oh, their credit card. So you could get a Lazy Boy credit card. Okay. I can deposit $569 and then have a balance of, okay, that's if I did the credit card. So that'd be like buy it now and pay half now and then the rest later. 12-month financing. Oh, here you go. The Lazy Boy credit card. Okay, got it. Yeah, credit cards aren't as sexy as the buy now pay later. So I'm actually somewhat surprised they have not introduced buy now pay later yet. I think that is actually an opportunity for Lazy Boy. If they got rid of this credit card crap and also had Affirm into here. Affirm, you're watching? Lazy Boy. My 77-year-old dad loves Lazy Boy. He gets mad when the kids are messing around on the with the controllers. It's yes. I know. I grew up with somebody who was addicted to their Lazy Boy. Okay, I had to go Lazy Boy shopping as a child, and now I look back at those times and I'm like, thank you for teaching me what not to do. Okay, where's Arrival? Let's see here. Arrival. All right, what did they complain about here? News, financial results. All right, can I get their actual documents here? Hold on. I'm gonna look at Arrival. I want to see their actual filing, not their bullcrap marketing. I also don't want their webinars. No, give me their stupid filing. It's not that hard. SEC filings. Where is it? When did this thing report? Oh, current report. This is it. I thought Arrival was registered in the United States. Apparently not. Arrival Auto Wiki. Is this like a Canadian company or something? It's oh, that's right. Now I remember. It's the UK company. Oh, okay. I hate going through foreign reports. Oh, now I remember. Okay, I don't invest in them, so it's okay for me not to know. Now it makes sense. Okay, our mission. Okay, so let's see here. Do we have deliveries yet of any of these things? So doing van. Okay, just to remind folks what Arrival is trying to sell. We have the products. Okay, let's look at their little lineup here. So the EDV is what it looks like here. Oh, that looks like they're trying to like do an automated like Uber. But anyway, so you got the Arrival bus, great mock-up. You got the Arrival van, presumably the electric delivery vehicle style. Personally, I think these vans are like really cool. Like I can't wait to have a van like this, whether it's Canoe or Arrival or whatever, as a way to just drive my family around. Like Tesla needs to make one of these. The Arrival car, and then they have other stuff. So they have van, bus, car. Got it. Okay, van, bus, car. So like, what makes them different from like Rivian or some of these other companies, right? Gosh, okay. So is this all denominated in euros? Wait, but if they're a British company, shouldn't it be pounds? There's just so many questions. I feel like it should be pounds, but okay, whatever. All right, so what do we got? Oh, timing. The trial bus, Q4 2021, public road trials, final prototype van build, Q1 2022. So we're not anywhere even close to selling these things. They're still not even prototyping. Okay. 2,400 employees. Wow. That many employees, your cash burn's got to be insane. How much money did they lose? Let's see here. In order to de-risk the start production and enable Arrival to scale, the company is incurring additional costs, including the decision to assemble battery modules and bring logistics in-house, which is adding capex. Here's the sales pitch right here. To de-risk the start of production. Sales pitch? What's actually happening? We're assembling batteries in-house and increasing cost. This is why I really like looking at the actual SEC statements. Okay, whatever. So we don't have any revenue that we're expecting. This is the balance sheet. Okay, so this is in thousands of euros. What? They lost $1 billion? No. Am I wrong about this? Does this say loss for a 3? Is this a year? It says this period. This was a quarter. Hold on. Quarter financial results. No. $1 billion? Because it's 1,000,000 times 1,000. It says thousands of euros. You gotta be kidding me. What did they spend money on? Fair value listing expense. Oh, this is confusing. This is some kind of accounting mumbo jumbo that I'm going to have to actually read their filing for. Oh, this gets so complicated. Can't make it easy when you're not making money. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. Here's a company that has a vision, but is very far from executing on that vision. And so it makes sense why the stock is going down. I'm not saying that I don't like the van. Like, it's like Canoe. I like the van. I want the van. I want that kind of van. I want those electric buses on the road. I think it's great. But boy, oh boy, that's going to take a little bit more time to go through that financial report to figure out what is actually happening there. It seems like a disaster. There's no way you spend $1 billion in a quarter. That's why I was saying, like, that's nutty. There's some fancy accounting happening there. Whatever. All right. Was there more news on Tattooed Chef? Let's see. Tattooed Chef. Okie dokie here. Individual company news. Yeah. Well, Michael, if you're going to make EVs in your basement and go public, make sure you have really good mock-ups, okay? Really good mock-ups that look sexy and futuristic. Dude, $1 billion company. Hands down. What's Arrival? Arrival stock. You are at $8.2 billion. And you don't even need a prototype yet. Nuts. Okay, so let's see here. Tattooed Chef, revenue guidance, cut. Oh! Their guide was 235 to 242 million for the year. Cut to 210 to 215. So that would be a median of 237, 238. I'm going to go with 238 as a midpoint, and a midpoint of, we'll call it 212.5. So new number divided by old number is, that's a 10.8% cut in sales expectations while advertising is blowing up. It's not bueno. It's just not good. It is not very good as an investor. They make you nervous. It's not good. And don't get me wrong, I'm getting nervous about the green going on too. I mean, hopefully you saw the beginning of my live stream too. I'm actually surprised it's only down 1.5%. But then again, it's at $15, so it's you have some pain there. That has already been priced in. You know, if this actually beat to the upside, it could have been a 20% move in the stock price. You could have been back to $18, $19, right? Arrival has UPS trucks running. Is that true? I don't know much about this company. They're expecting to deliver way less vehicles and move their fourth micro factory to 2023. Arrival changed forecasts gave during the merger. Well, that's not a surprise to me. It's not a surprise at all that they're adjusting their forecast giving during the SPAC, because during the SPAC, you got to come up with the most BS forecasts ever to make your SPAC buddies happy. And then once your SPAC buddies are out and have sold, then you can go back to being realistic. Now, what is this? Arrival has UPS trucks running. How many? UPS Arrival trucks. UPS will use Arrival trucks in the future. They've ordered 10,000 of them. I have to say, this looks kind of cool, a little cutesy, but I can take that. But UPS drivers test Arrival van for the first time. Okay, so they do have some prototypes. Well, that's good. What? Arrival developing electric vehicles with the assembly. Okay. Does away with the assembly line? What? Says it does. Arrival, a developer of electric vans and buses, says it has come up with a cheaper way to build vehicles in small factories, but can it deliver? Oh, this is their whole micro factory argument. Arrival is creating highly automated micro factories where delivery vans and buses will be assembled by multitasking robots, breaking from the approach pioneered by Henry Ford and used by most of the world's automakers. So a microfactory costs about $50 million. It's actually not bad. The company, which is based in London and setting up factories in England and the US, says this method should yield vans at a cost a lot less, and you don't have to spend as much money to deliver them. That's another big thing. You don't have to ship these things all the way around. Assembly line approach is very capital intensive. Yeah, but how many can you actually pump out not using an assembly line? Company hopes its EVs will disrupt the sleepy market, whatever. Motorized platform, unfinished vehicles, among 6 different robot clusters with different components added at each stop. The company is also replacing most steel parts used in vehicles with components made from advanced composites, a mix of polypropylene, a polymer used to make plastics and fiberglass. The parts are to be held together by structural adhesives instead of metal welds. Okay, so glued together plastic. I'm sorry, that is such a diss. I shouldn't say that. That is so wrong. Don't say, Kevin, stop. Arrival, which in March began its trading on the NASDAQ. Ideas remain unproven. Oh, Tesla blamed an over-reliance on robots for a troubled start of its Model 3 production. Okay. UPS has been working with Arrival almost since the startup's founding. The shipping giant has helped design a delivery van that affords greater visibility for drivers than a traditional truck and is easy to load and unload. Things can change very rapidly with all the foundations in place. At the same time, UPS is hedging its bet. It's also working with and buying other electric vehicles. Well, duh. This is the thing. Like when Amazon's like, oh, we have an order of 100,000 Rivians. They could just as easily turn around and buy the canoes. You know, these are like free options for these companies. So they can bestow their branding on these companies that have hopium right now. Frenzied investors. Yep. Talk about Nikola. That's all you have to do is talk about Nikola. Rival completing its merger with the SPAC in March, but long way from turning a profit. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, all right. I mean, what's this? Brex. But first, avoid a person. Whatever. Ads. Okay, cool. UPS has a stake of less than 1% in the company. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Cool. What else? So nothing's really moving in the after hours. In fairness, you do have Lucid up another 169, 1.69%. But otherwise, there's not much happening here in the after hours. And surprise, Tattoo Chef is actually not selling off more. Let's see here what other top news there is. Top news. Okay. I don't like PaySafe. Those are my thoughts. I don't like it. Check out ticker ELWS listed in Tel Aviv, developing wireless charging roads. It's way too early for me on that. I mean, it'd be something maybe to look at, but probably not right now. Okay. Any news on NVIDIA? I don't think so. But I'm also going to look for top news in just a moment here. NVIDIA. Oh, how's this? Salesforce president. Why don't they have Benioff on?
I'm talking to right now is thinking about how do they cultivate the talent in their company to get back to growth in this new normal, and tools like Slack are incredible opportunities for innovative companies. We call it the digital headquarters because in this all digital work from anywhere world, your digital headquarters is more important.
Nice ad. I don't see much in the way of like dramatic NVIDIA news or anything, but certainly the metaverse stuff has a lot of these companies going nuts. So let's look at NVIDIA. Well, it's relatively flat here. Okay, what other top news is there? So top news, we have Senate SALT plan would fully lift cap within income limits. Ooh, what income limits? Senate's working on a proposal Sanders has floated the $400,000 in annual income as a limit for SALT write-offs. If revenue neutral at 500,000, it'll be 500,000. Okay, they're trying to figure out how to make it revenue neutral. Okay, got it. So still working on those bills. Yellen says U.S. Treasury's cash won't last long past December 3rd. Yes, this is the FUD we need, folks. This is the FUD we need for a decline in the stock market. New York warns of rising cases. Harvard professor who helps troubled firms joins Robinhood board. What? Hold on. First, I gotta look at COVID cases. COVID cases. Was it New York City or New York? Well, I guess I'll find out. New York. Okay, let's try New York City. New York. Okay, apparently I can't. COVID cases. New York. Maybe this there is an uptake, but it seems a little on the nominal side. But let me zoom in a little bit. 2 weeks, something went wrong. You suck, Google. Something went wrong, whatever. Yeah, okay. You have a little bit of an inflection point here. You're going from about 1,500 cases, 7-day average. 7-day average is up a couple hundred cases. From 815 on the low here to 1,155 again. Going the wrong way. Okay, so what's this Robinhood news? Let's see. Oh, does NVIDIA report tomorrow? Is that true? Hold on. That would be cool. Wednesday. So, tomorrow morning, Target, Lowe's, Zim shipping. It's gonna be exciting. NVIDIA reports tomorrow at 4:20. Write it down. 4:20 tomorrow. Cisco, the Sonos. I hope NVIDIA crashes and burns heavily so I can buy it. I know that's terrible, but it's true. Robinhood Markets appointed Francis Frey, a Harvard Business School professor and former Uber Technologies executive, to the brokerage's board, and said that Jan Hammer plans to step down as director. Frey, who has experience working with troubled companies, started this week and is the third woman to join Robinhood's board. She regularly advises organizations embarking on large-scale change initiatives, including embracing diversity and inclusion as a lever for significantly improving performance. Frey spent 8 months as a senior VP at Uber starting in 2017, at a time when the ride-hailing company was besieged with claims of workplace harassment and discrimination. She later joined the all-male board of WeWork, an embattled office rental company, just before its plans to go public in 2019, and those plans unraveled. Robinhood has been dealt with a series of challenges. Okay. Well, good for her. Wow. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Okay. Britney equals bullish on Spotify. There's a video somewhere that I think is hilarious. It's right when Britney says her line, the famous line. Somebody shouts out, "Who is it?" And she does her line, "It's Britney." That one. But yeah, that should be like a requirement at all of her shows. Who is it? It's great. I don't know why that's funny or why I'm talking about it, but anyway, crypto. Yeah, let's take a look at L Crypto. 60,500, back down a little bit, but up from that 59.5 level. When did I buy those hood puts I sold today? Long time ago. Probably like a couple months ago. I don't remember though. But yeah, the volatility was like so beautiful that they were profitable. But anyway, so Bitcoin 60,500, Ethereum 4254, Solana 223, Cardano 6.33 at 19. Wow, 10% decline there on Sheeb. Definitely seeing a little bit of a drawdown here on all cryptos. It's just the entire ecosystem, with the exception of Mana. Mana's up 5% during this madness. It's like the only thing that's green. That and some things like IOTEX and Sandbox. It's incredible. It is incredible. Crypto is long play, says everyone when the stuff turns red. Okay. Well, I think that's it. Gallon, Lucid, Cash. I think we did good. All right, folks, thanks so much for being here. I'm going to probably make my video on the nonsense around that JP Morgan lawsuit, since we have gone through the documents. And I'll see you. Let's see. Where can I talk to you about an investment opportunity I have to offer you? In Discord, metkevin.com/chat, and then tag me. Okay, goodbye. Oh, it's still live. I'm here stretching all along. Well, we can keep talking. We'll just keep talking. I thought I ended it. I was just thinking to myself how I'm going to put the Tesla video together. To keep my clothes on. Yeah, my jacket's pretty cool. I just got this in New York. But yeah, I was just thinking about how I'm going to put together the Tesla thing, because it's really complicated. I honestly thought I was done streaming, but I guess I'll just rant. It's not going to be an easy one, but I think I can pull it off. No. All right. We'll see you, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me for the stretch times.